It is Briarcliff C-track, and today we're going to do a back-to-back. Thanks to my buddy Dave. I've got his 22.5 250 SXF Factory Edition FMF pipe, Rideworks WP 6500 inserts, spring inserts in the forks, FMF full exhaust, race gas. This is Davey's 23 350 SXF, same thing. Brad at Rideworks down in Cincy put the WP 6500 spring cartridge in and a 4.5 spring on the back. And then this is my 450 Factory Edition, and I have cone valve forks on that. Otherwise, it's stock. Let's ride them back to back. I have not ridden this 250. I've ridden it before, but I haven't ridden with the full exhaust, and I haven't ridden it since I got my new hip. So I've been riding other bikes. Wanted to get back out on these and kind of ride them back to back and see how they feel. Well, because I'm still rehabbing my hip, I'm not allowed to jump, and I got to take it kind of easy. But anyhow, you can still get a feel for them back to back. But I've been riding the 450 this morning, so obviously, first thing you're going to notice on a 250 is you got to rev it up. It just does not have the torque. But it pulls. Second thing on this is the suspension feels just super plush. Boy, in this softer stuff, you gotta really rev out the 250. But the chassis feels really good. In fact, it feels awesome. Just feels so cushy. Love to get my 450 to feel like this. Boy, that FMF, it just pulls and pulls and pulls. It's loud. Oh, messed up. You know what else is interesting? These new 250Fs, they do not vibrate as much as the other ones did. This new chassis. All right, let's jump on the 350. This thing is suspension. Plush suspension. Love that. Lightweight, agile, low vibration. All right, 350. This has always been my favorite bike. Kind of the favorite all-around combo of power, weight, and handling. Definitely, especially this new 23, definitely has that more initial, initial low to mid. Man, these forks feel really nice. It definitely feels heavier, more inertia. Front feels a little higher. I think that 250 just, that less inertia, just falls into the corners so easy. These MX-33s, they're not my favorite tire, but they still work good. I think generally this one does not quite as plush as the 250, but still pretty good. Yeah, this thing feels good. A little bit more low to mid this year. So if you're like a vet guy and you just don't like to rev it out as much, you can torque it around, but it still pulls hard way up top. All right, 250, 350. I'd say standout is, I don't know, it's kind of like, it just works. Maybe that's the standout. All right, let's see what the 450 feels like. Is this going to be the best? Now I'm in map 1. Oh yeah, got that instant torque. Still very controllable. Oh yeah, big power. Holy cow. 450s just compress space and time between corners. Now, these forks feel awesome, but this rear shock, not quite as comfortable as the other bikes. Still ray-babbing the hips and not allowed to jump. Now, the 450 definitely has more inertia, but not that much more terrible feeling than the 350. And boy, this engine, I think that's the standout feature. Oh, big power. Definitely getting a lot more feedback from the back of the bike. None of that on the same chassis on the 250. All right, let's think about these back to back to back 23 KTMs. So 450 standout engine. This engine is nice. That is a fun 450 engine. Getting a lot of feedback from the back. I just think the rear shock's a little thick. I could open up the clickers more, but maybe time for a bladder kit and maybe in a revalve. Forks, perfect. Chassis, ergos, awesome. 350, I don't know. On the soft stuff, kind of like the 450 engine. It's got a little bit of playfulness. It's that in-betweener. Could be a perfect vet bike. 250, this one wins the suspension hands down. It's like a magic carpet ride out there. Same chassis, just feels amazing. Brad at Rideworks, these WP 6500 inserts, they are awesome. Good stuff. So, boy, today, man, plushness, power, maybe still the best all-around combination of everything. So, 2 big thumbs up. Thanks to my good buddy Dave.